Hey Blurdies, it's me, Mia, and welcome back to Face Butterfly Blog, where last week was a week that shows that unpredictability is really something that you really need to be prepared for in hindsight. Um, so I'm just gonna go through a really quick of what's gone on throughout the week. It's kind of it was because it was kind of a similar pattern of what was going on for me throughout that week. So it's going to be kind of a bit of a breeze, and I'm going to talk about my highs and lows, and I'm going to give you a few little updates. So here we go. So Monday, I had actually had an extra little friend in my class. Not an extra, like an extra child, but I had a child from one of the younger classes, from the younger class, and to replace one of my regular friends. And so I had him throughout the day, and he was, really okay. But a thing that I didn't know was that he was someone who, who would like get upset very easily. And the thing that I learned, there's one of the big lessons I learned this week is that children, you know, are going to cry, and sometimes there's, you had to work out the way to, be able to find out why that child's upset. And sometimes, and then also on top of that, there is a time that a child, might not have a main reason to be upset. They're just used to crying, and that's something that I've mentioned before. I don't like it when kids are upset, and so I just felt really heartbroken. I wasn't able to, be able to find a way to help this, find a way to help this child calm down. It wasn't anything super serious. It's just kids, they you know tend to miss their moms and dads, and that was something that was really upset to him. And I tried to let him know, like, it's okay, you see mommy and daddy, you're hanging out with us, you're hanging out with your friends, having fun. They all want to hang out with you. They You don't want them to be sad. But it took a while for him to calm down. And it just was something that I had to take it and understand that sometimes that it does take some time to calm a child down. Maybe there might be a that the reason, it may not be a reason that you can't really you can't really get a solution for. But I'm still going to work on it, trying to maintain and be able to help a kid calm down. It was just so much to not be able to find a way to let this child know that we're here, you're safe, we got our, your friends wants to hang out with you. So it was just something that I had to understand and take in. um I my kid my kiddos who love removing shoes are back to removing shoes. I don't know how that happened, but I had to work out and find a way to be able to not only be able to get kids to return back to putting on their shoes, but able to track it. Like, I was on the ProCare. I was trying, at least I was trying to address the ProCare app as much as I can to keep track of every time a child removed their shoes. Just to, keep record that these kids are not just walking around without their shoes, that we are putting them on, that I am putting them on back on their feet, and, not just letting them just walk around. I would never tolerate a kid walking around without shoes. If they're removing shoes, if they are without shoes, it's because I turned around for 2 seconds and they're back and they're not wearing shoes. I'm putting their shoes back on their feet. I had this fun activity to utilizing dough, but unfortunately I waited too long, and now I'm gonna have to clean that up and restart all over again. So wish me up. Like, it's just always such a struggle to find the consistency of making dough that it's not going to be ready to be able to use cookie cutters, but not making it be too tough that cookie cutters can't cut through. So that's a lesson learned as well. Another thing that I noticed, I think I mentioned, is that the bigger kids, older kids, they have a fascination with my classroom, and or my playground at least. Like, they would ask all the time, "Can we come over to your playground?" Not all of them, but there'd be a few that would like to come over to the playground. But like, no, we have to have a certain limit. We can't have certain ages of kids. We have to keep watch out for a certain number of kids when certain ages are, or in the area. So it was just kind of, I thought it was just kind of hilarious that why would you want to come to this little playground? You could barely fit down the slide. it, just another mystery to think of. I know I'm rambling on, but it's just, I just want to go through it really quickly and just shows what the experience that I'm getting. So I think the biggest speed bump for me was on Wednesday, because Wednesday was election day, and usually I do the early voting, but for the first time I waited until the very, very last minute to vote, which is something that I completely put my blame on myself. Like, I had thought that I had planned out when to go to the voting booths on the very last day. I mean, I knew there was going to be a line, but I thought I would have a chance, but I messed up the time. The line was super long. I got caught in the middle of the line and I had to you know, let them know that I was going to be late, and I was extra late, like super late, and I feel so bad, that I was late. Like, I apologize greatly that for coming in as late as I did, and I want to show that I'm professional and that I take my job seriously. So that really kind of was kind of a damper on me. And I'm pretty sure it's kind of like, a loss in confidence to the people that I work with. I don't want them to think that I'm someone who is unprofessional and someone who don't take what we do seriously, because, we're looking after children. We're educating children. Like, that's something that, that I feel like that should be considered a very, very, very important, highly, and, a high priority within our society, than just simply just watching over kids. Like, you know we're more than just watching over kids, and I don't want them to think that me just being there, just being around kids, is just just my job. Like, I really do want to be able to interact and able to teach and help in every sense that I can with this. So as the week went on, I was over the 1 year old class. I got a new nickname for them. I call them the Little Uns, because they're like kind of like the younger group. I know, book reference, literary reference, but I can't help it. I love the name Little Uns. So that's what I started calling them, the Little Uns. So I was over the Little Uns class throughout the rest of the week. I also learned another lesson about time management when my lunch was a little bit different, in order to help out the class, in order to return back to class whenever I needed to. Like, I usually use my lunch to be able to find time and plan for the next day. Like, that's something I was trying to go into doing, and I admit that I kind of neglected it earlier this week. Like, I had literally forgotten um my system, and then for the rest of the week I had the short lunch, so I had to like speed through food. And then I just kind of didn't really get the chance to stop and grab the supplies I need to. So a lot of the days were, there's just a lot of really focusing on music, focusing on fun. You can never fail with dancing and singing. Kids love Baby Shark. Kids love Wheels on a Bus. you know just classic songs, popular songs. Like, kids really got to it. Oh, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Like, there are a couple kids that follow along with that too, which is really fun. And also, also, side note for that, I discovered Gracie's Corner. Like, I just watched it just for fun, and I can see why it became so popular. And it had won, I think it won some kind of reward recently. Like, it was just, the animation was silly to me. It made me laugh, but the music, I was like, okay, I can understand why this won the award that it did. So, so the biggest lessons here, um, better planning of activities, better planning for preparation, minding time management, especially when it comes to getting on time to order, to able to leave other co-workers who's filling in for a position that I'm supposed to be doing. A lot of emphasis on dancing, being able to work with new groups, especially ones that's going to be moving up to your group soon, and basically, just little things. Like, I also got a chance to clean up, some of my furniture on one of those days, which was a huge thing. I didn't realize that there was areas, certain areas that I was missing. So I got a chance to get extra cleaning on that time. Like, there were days that the class was napping in my classroom. Like, that didn't really happen. That haven't happened since, I think, when I started. Like, I usually take the class over to another class for naps, so I had to pull out the cots and set them a certain way, make sure that kids are able to nap and not being bothered or bothering other kids. And and also Friday was kind of fun because was over the little ones again, but I was in their classroom. They had this little one that always had this big ponytail. One of these days, I'm going to create a list of the nicknames of of my classes, and of the kids interactors, so I won't mix every people up. But there's this one that has the just big ponytail, and while we were outside, she lost her ponytail 3 times. The first 2 times, the scrunchie was in her hoodie, but the second time, the scrunchie just fell out, and just felt really bad that I don't think I was setting her ponytail right and making sure that it was secure. But luckily, after the third time, it was perfectly secure, and it didn't slip out. So that's basically the biggest thing that happened throughout the week. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit. It was just, unpredictability, better preparation, better time management. But hopefully, I'm hoping that by this week, I can get my back to my usual routine and be able to work on that and better apply for any other new situation. So I hope you guys are doing good. Oh, updates. I'm changing my content a little bit. I'm going to be recording more, either at the beginning of the day, maybe even I'm trying to be very careful with this, but I might do it in the middle of the day, maybe, depending on where I'm at. Like I did it within the middle of the day one time this week, and I like picked the wrong space, and I just want to change my space a little bit. But I did throughout the mostly in the morning. I might record sometime in the middle of the day, so my content's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to do any special posts. Probably going to do like a retread, no, like not retread, a repost of whatever I find. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just a little change of content, and I hope you guys have a very, very good week. You had a good week, going to have another good week, and stay blessed and beautiful. Bye.